Listen, listen attentively. We are doing exercise 3, viewing and configuring centralized event log. Whether it's going to work now or not, but that is a way to set it up. Are we together in a Windows environment? Now, the lab practical says we should collect the report from server core, but server core is a not GUI interface. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be using our main server system as the collectors, as the centralized point. So we're going to be setting up server core, whereby we'll be collecting reports about server core on what? On the server what? Operating system. Are we together? Though with remote management, you can actually view the report of every server. Are we together? But what we're doing now, we're doing a remote communication whereby the reports about server core will automatically be forwarded to server 1. So now go to server core, then type the command. Of course, you're on administrator. Then type the command win space quick config. Now this will enable administrative changes that are necessary on the computer system. So I'll press enter. Of course, it says WRM service is already running on this machine. WINRM is already set up for remote management on this computer. Is that what your computer says as well? Okay. Now let's go back to server 1. Now we're asked to add server 1. We're asked to add server 1 to the local administrator group. Okay, can we go to server 1? Go to Active Directory. Can we go to Tools? Go to Active Directory Users and Computers. Open Active Directory Users and Computers. Doing my job. Okay, the Active Directory is open. Can we go to Computers? Then we go to Domain Controllers. That's where our server is. That's where server 1 is. So can you right click on it? Then go to Properties. Then you see Member Of. Is a member of the Domain Controllers. So let's add it to become a member of the local security group. So we'll go to Object Type. Okay, that's only the groups there. We'll go to this location. So for the location, we only have the domain controllers because this computer is part of a domain. Because it's no longer a local computer, it's now a domain computer system. So let's cancel that. Then we'll come and check names. We can click on Advanced, or we can just type Administrators. Check names. Click OK. Because the domain administrators are also parts of the administrator group of the local computer system. Are we together? Now, normally, this is not how you would have done it. Let me show this because this is a domain system. The lab practical says a local computer system. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you how to do it on the local system, a computer which is not running Active Directory domain services. Are we together? So to do that, just click OK here. To do that, we go to Tools. We go to Computer Management. Click on Computer Management. Now you notice that the computer management that is going to open up on server 1 will not have local users and groups anymore because it's a domain computer. All the users and the group has been elevated to where? Active Directory. Are we together? That's why if you see it there, you don't see local users here. Did you see? There are no local users here, right? But I want to what I'm going to do now, I'm going to add server 2 to my console, and you notice server 2 will still have its local users and group. Are we together? Yeah, because in this practical, we're supposed to actually have another GUI interface server system. But because of resourceful wise, that's why we're still using this computer. So I'm going to right click, connect to another computer, and I'm going to type server 2, SVR2. I'm going to click connect. Remember, that is the name of my computer. Don't type SVR2, that's not the name of your computer. So I will expand. If I expand now, you're going to see now, I'm going to see local users and group on my server 2 computer system.
Teacher.
Yes.
Another computer teacher says something like that.
You don't need to bother yourself about what I'm doing. I'm just showing you what we would have done on that part where it says add the DC1 to the administrative group. They were talking about the local users and groups, not Active Directory. I'm only just using this as a demonstration so that you can tell the difference. So when you come to local users here, you expand it, then you go to groups, you will see administrators. Just wait, it's coming up. You see administrators there. Can you see that? Do you see administrators? Now, if you double click on that group, if you go to members, you will see now that by default, PCE domain admins are members of what? The local what? The local groups, right? So what I need to do now, if I want to make my server on an Active Directory a member of this group, then I will need to make my server a member of domain admins. Are we together? So I will need to go back now to Active Directory, then make server 1 a member of domain admins. And because it's a member of domain admins, it will automatically become a member of what? Administrators of the local user group of what? Server what? 2. Are we together? A member who is a member of a member. You guys remember we did that right in Active Directory last time. Is that not correct? So because look at it. This is server 2. Now I'm logged into server 2's computer management. On the management, PCE domain admins is a member of the administrator local group. So what I need to do now is to go to my Active Directory, then make server 1, which is a domain controller, a member of the domain admins in my Active Directory, who is a member of the what? Administrator groups, or the local administrator group of server what? 2.pce.local. Are we following? So now, because we can't add it here, so what I'll do, I'll cancel this. I can close this now. So what I'll do, I'll go to the Active Directory. On my domain controllers, I will right click on server 1, go to properties, then I'll go to where it says members of, then I will now come here and add it to members of domain what? Admins. So I'll type domain admins, then click check names. Now server 1, our server now is now a member of what? Domain admins, who is a member of the administrator local group of what? Server what? 2. So as long as a member of domain admins, is automatically having permissions as what? Administrator. So I'll click apply, I'll click OK. That is sorted. The next step we need to do now, we need to run the command on server 1. So we go to command prompt, so we can go to start, we go to search, and you type cmd, then on the drop down list, select cmd, then say run as administrator. So right click and say run as administrator. I think I'll try to install the new VirtualBox. I don't know why this one it's a little bit slow. Maybe it's coming from my hard drive or the performance of my drive. Okay, type the word WEC util space QC. This will enable administrative changes for the connected what? Computers. So I will I'll press enter. It said, do you want to start up the service? I'll say yes. So I'll type Y. Then I'll press enter. And it says, your Windows Event Collector service was configured what? Successfully. Now let's go to task 2. So we're going to go to server 1 now, and we're going to create event log to collect event for server 2. Are we together? Yeah. So I'm just a little bit, if I now have changed it on the manual. So let's go to the event viewer. So I'll click on Tools, Event Viewer. Okay. Did you see where it says subscription? Did you see subscription there? Huh? Okay. Now I want you to right click on subscription. Then you see where it says create subscription. Did you see that? Huh? Okay, click on that. I'm following the manual. I'm on task 2 now, under exercise 3. Now the next step is to call this, we'll give it a subscription name. The name is, so we'll call it server 2 SVR2 events. So we'll call it SVR2 events. For the destination log, we'll call it forwarded what? Events. Are we together? Subscription type and source computer. We'll type selected computers. We'll come to add domain computers, and we'll type server 2, SVR2. Your computer name, some of you, I saw that your name is MCSC-server 2. Is that not correct? So whatever your name is, don't follow my name. I don't know why you guys didn't follow my name. Some of you gave yourself your own name. It's fine. But it's server 2, we called it, server2.pc.local. So I'll click check names, click OK, and you see the computer has been added. Remember, you can add as many computers, but each of the computers you add, you must make sure that the WINRM quick config must be run on each of these computer systems to enable remote what? Access. So I'll click, you can test it. It says connectivity tested succeeded. So I'll click OK. The next step is what type of collector? Is collector initiated? We selected the computer. Events. So let us select the event. You see, event is not configured. So we'll come here. We'll select events. You see, our event should be collected for 7 days. It's a logged 7 days. The last 7 days. Event level, critical, warning, verbose, errors. Is that not correct? And what is a log? The log is in application services, Microsoft, Windows, diagnosis, PLA, operational. So how do we go there? Go there. So by log, we come to event log. We expand this. We expand application, expand Microsoft, expand Windows, scroll down to diagnosis, DRA, diagnosis PLA, and select operational. Are we together? That's it. And you notice that will be your event. Then that's it. So we click on OK. And we click on, and that's all. We've selected the events, and we click on OK. That's the event, guys. Okay. We are asked to configure a performance counter alert. This part is very tricky, but let's see. Let me see what I can do about it. Since we need to create a performance alert, I'll cancel this. So I'll go to my dashboard, click on all servers, then select server 2. For those of you who are running server 2, right click and go to computer management. Then under computer management, you see performance, right? So select the performance. Then we go to data collector sets, expand data collector sets, then expand user defined. So there's no user defined yet. So we have to create a user defined. So we right click and we say new, and we say data collector sets. So we type the name SVR2 because of those guys talking. Now what I did was simple. On server 2, which I can see here on my system, because remember I've already added it previously. Or those of you who are not seeing your server 2, you needed to create a web server group to be able to remotely manage your server system from server 2. But in the case you don't have that in place for now, normally on your server 2, this is what you should connect to. So what I did was simple. I went to computer management. Now if you notice on the panel there, it says server2.pce.local. So I get to the performance monitor, expand data collector sets, user defined, then I right clicked and I said new data collector set. Then I called the name SVR1 alert. Then we are creating it manually. We're not using templates. Just a minute. I wonder why this is grayed out. Showing not server 1 here. Because this is a computer system management. Carry console. Go to processor and look for processor time. All instances. And okay. Okay, if that is done, let's go to the server core now. Let's try to go to the command prompt by typing 15, which will exit then take you to the command prompt. Then we can try to create a file like fsutil space file space create new space note date dot txt space 10,000. Press enter. It's already created. Okay, if that is done, let's go back, and you can see that's where you see the CPU went up, right? You can see that, huh? You can see the performance went up when we're trying to create the file. So now let's go to event log. Let's expand Windows log. Let's select forwarded events. Okay, let's refresh and see if any event is being forwarded. So let's go back. Let's check running status. Yeah, this is what it told me this morning. I don't know why it always says access denied. I'll try to find out why. It's always saying access denied. I think there's a security protocol that's yeah. So that's all for